I got a new review. This is something pretty cool. Haven't opened it yet. I got this at Toys R Us. It's the Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog. This is the new Jazwares figures. I saw them at Toys R Us for a while. Never picked them up, but they look pretty cool, and I'm a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. One thing I've always wanted from Sonic is, good action figures. I had the ones that they released for Sonic Adventure, but they all broke. Then I had the ones for, I guess they released two different companies. I guess released two different sets of action figures for Sonic Adventure. So I had both of those, and the only figure I can find now from the other Sonic Adventure is Robotnik. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. Let me go over the packaging. First off, it's got this really cool Sonic, well, I guess drawing, picture, whatever. I can't quite place the era of what that is. It possibly is the Sonic Adventure 2 Sonic. It doesn't quite look like the Sonic X or any of the more recent Sonics, which is pretty cool because I always liked the older Sonic better. So in the background, it's got like these it's got like a honeycomb design. Yeah. So it says new, over 12 points of articulation, which is very nice. Just says Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog. And on the back it just says collect them all. And I will probably collect them all, except Tails. I'm not a big fan of Tails. I definitely want Knuckles and Shadow. I do not want Silver, because that would just remind me of one of the worst games of all time. So that's pretty much it about the box. I would have liked the bio, but, I'm pretty sure that if kids didn't know who Sonic the Hedgehog is, they wouldn't be buying this in the first place. Alright, so I'm going to open this up and review it. So, right off the bat, you're going to notice something about this figure. What that is that he is pretty tiny. Let me do just a quick comparison. Here's Batman, the DC Direct Batman, and he doesn't even make it past his leg, which is pretty tall. I mean, pretty small. Now let me get a smaller sized figure, like Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars. Anakin is just slightly taller than Sonic. So they're about, Star Wars and G.I. Joe sized figures, only a little bit smaller. The only thing that are smaller is Mini-Mates and Pals. So, I'm actually really happy with this figure so far. I've always wanted a good Sonic line of figures, and that's what this is. The face looks really nice. This could be really any Sonic from the last 10 years or so. They got his green eyes. The green eyes are painted pretty well. I didn't expect them to really paint the eyes that well, because usually figures this size and you have eyes like that, they usually don't bother, and they either go outside of the line that they paint, or they just don't. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I just woke up. So you can see there they got his focus. They got his mouth. All they did was just kind of do a little slit in his jaw. He looks very nice. He's got, you know, the spikes. One thing I will say is that he has this, which just looks like a bit of paint. But since it's on its back, it's not really that much of a problem. The shoes look good. Except for that little white paint right there. Bottom of the shoes look good. And he's got this hole for this stand. Which is another thing about the figure, is that he is too top heavy because of the spikes. So he just falls down. So it is a very good idea to keep him on the stand, so that he may stand. Alright, so let me talk about the articulation. Start with his head. His head could rotate, but I'm not going to, because sometimes that like ruins figures. His arms go up, down, obviously. Bend at the elbows, which is very good. His hands, you know, rotate. His hands are in a fist position, which, again, I've always wanted from a Sonic figure, because they've always had him, like, give these weird, like, hand signals. It's like he's trying to, you know, speak to a deaf person. But, I'm glad that they didn't do that here. Like, he'd always have his, like, hand open, like this, or something like that, like this, I think he had in, like, one figure or something like that. But yeah, fists are probably the way to go. Either fists, or have one fist and one open hand, like the Justice League figures. So he moves at the waist, which I don't like, because as you can see there, it moves that little thing on his stomach. His legs move up, move out. So I'm trying to be careful with these joints because they look so small, and they look like I could just break them at any moment. And I've had a lot of Sonic figures break on me. So yeah, overall, this is actually a really great figure. And I would absolutely recommend it to a Sonic fan, someone who likes, you know, games in general. I'll just give you one last size comparison. Little Mario action going on here. So yeah, Mario's a little bigger. Whatevs. So that is Sonic. I would definitely recommend picking him up if you haven't already.